Okay guys, today we're going to talk about what happens at the IRS when you haven't filed your income taxes in years. Now hit that intro! So you haven't filed income tax returns in years, and you're worried that the IRS is going to show up at your door one day, or worse still, levy your bank account or paycheck. Well, first of all, you're not alone. It's estimated that over 8 million households in the United States of America haven't filed income tax returns for several years. However, once you're in the collection crosshairs at the IRS is simply just not going to go away like some unsecured credit card that will eventually charge off. You may be thinking at this point in time that no news is good news, but this idea couldn't be further from the truth. If you wait long enough, the IRS will file a substitute for a return on your behalf. Basically what happens in this instance is that the IRS says, since you didn't file, we will file for you. You can be assured that this will not benefit you. Your return will be filed as married filing separate because this is the most advantageous to the IRS. You will receive a standard deduction and no tax credits. Basically, the IRS will assess you with the maximum tax allowable. Lastly, in the event that you ever have to file bankruptcy, a substitute for return will not be dischargeable in bankruptcy court because you never actually filed the income tax return. Once the IRS has assessed you a balance due, you can be assured that penalties and interest are sure to follow. First, a failure to file penalty assessed at 4.5% per month, up to a total of 25% of the balance due. Also know that a failure to file penalty is a misdemeanor, and extreme circumstances can be elevated to felony tax evasion. In addition to the failure to file penalty, the IRS will also assess a failure to pay penalty. The failure to pay penalty is assessed at a rate of 0.5% per month, also to a maximum of 25%. This is added to the 25% failure to file penalty. This is a civil matter and not criminal. Lastly, the IRS will continue to charge an interest on the balance due. The interest rate is variable and may change from time to time. Currently, the IRS charges 6% on all outstanding tax debts without any maximum. So what about refunds? If you file a past due tax return and it is determined that you have a refund due, you will not have any penalties assessed. However, if you wait too long to file your past due tax returns, you may run the risk of forfeiting any refund that you may have been entitled to. Generally speaking, you have 3 years from the original tax return deadline to file the return and claim your refund. After 3 years, your refund will go to the government. So if you're in this circumstance and haven't filed income tax returns in a while, what can be done? First of all, file all missing income tax returns immediately, even if you don't have the ability to pay the debt. Oftentimes we see that when we file missing tax returns, the balance due is reduced significantly compared to what the IRS says you owe from the substitute for returns. After all missing returns have been filed, determine the total balance due for all years, including penalties and interest accrued. Most instances, we do not recommend that you pay the balance until you receive a bill from the IRS. Once you receive a bill, you will know that the balances have all posted to your tax ID number, and any payment will accurately be credited to the balance due. Lastly, if you do not have the ability to pay the balance due, it is always a good idea to speak to a tax professional about any possible settlement you may be eligible for, such as a penalty abatement, offer in compromise, or a non-collectible status. Do you have past due tax returns that need to get filed or owe money to the IRS? Contact the tax experts at Patriot Tax Professionals and speak to a licensed tax professional about your circumstances. You will always receive an honest, accurate assessment about your options for resolving your tax problems. Call 877-782-9383 or visit our website at www.patriottaxpros.com.